Bill Popp is one of 10 people vying to be mayor of Anchorage. In our special series, Behind the Ballot, we talk one-on-one with each of the 10 candidates. Today, I sit down with Bill Popp to find out more about the candidate himself and what he hopes to accomplish for Anchorage.
We kind of lost our vision. And that is why I'm running. I want to get Anchorage to feel like we do have a future.
You may recognize the powerful, booming voice, and you might know his face from somewhere, but where? He is Bill Popp, a local figure who has worked extensively in the business community. Popp has served as president and CEO of the Anchorage Economic Development Corporation for the past 16 years. He recently left his role at AEDC and is now running for mayor.
I just believe the city's given my family so much over the years, and I want to give back. And I started looking at who was looking like it was going to be that were going to be the candidates for mayor this time around, and I just didn't see the skill sets that I felt were necessary.
Bill has deep roots in Alaska. His family moved to Elmendorf Air Force Base in 1968.
We fell in love with Alaska that summer, and we spent 3 glorious years in Alaska doing everything that you could possibly imagine in the 1960s. To, driving, going into Denali when it was something, when you could drive in with a pickup all the way into, into the park, and fishing, and, all the whole 9 yards. We did everything.
Bill has lived on the Kenai Peninsula and in Anchorage. I started off our interview by asking Bill, why now? Why run for mayor in this season of his life?
Well, first is frustration with what seems to be one dumpster fire after another coming out of our local government in terms of scandals and failure to do things by process and surprises. And people are just, what I'm hearing from voters is that they just would like government to be boring again, where it's delivering services the way they expect.
Bill believes his work leading the AEDC helps him understand the need of the city and some of the issues that demand immediate attention, like the homeless problem.
There's a feeling that we've spent a lot of money and there's not a real clear sense that we've made a lot of progress on this issue.
If voters choose you to be mayor, do you have some ideas for solutions?
Where government can be really effective in addressing this situation is to be more of a convener, bringing together all of the parties, all of the agencies, all of the businesses that are attempting to address different aspects of the needs of the population suffering from homelessness.
Bill points out he's passionate about building a city for future generations. He insists the lack of housing in Anchorage must be addressed.
You've got issues with people hanging onto their houses that have got really cheap mortgages on them. We don't see housing that's amenable to seniors, that are well appointed, nicely designed, elevator served, with businesses nearby that they can take the elevator down and walk into their favorite coffee shop in a matter of minutes, or go to a restaurant, or go do their shopping.
Keeping our young people in Alaska, that's another priority Bill thinks is critical to Anchorage's success.
We're losing 1/3 of our 16 to 26-year-olds to the lower 48. I would be targeting, fashionable retailers like Whole Foods, or one of the other, really favorite places that folks like to shop down in the lower 48, and anchor these developments.
Bill also believes the city has to change its strategy on snow removal.
I think that what we have to do is we're going to have to start thinking about how we can strategically position ourselves to be more responsive when we do get a major weather event. I look at other cities that don't wait until all the snow is done falling before they get their plows out.
I also asked Bill about his family here in Anchorage.
There's probably 20 of us, and that's without any, boyfriends, girlfriends, or somebody new to the group. It's a crowd. And my sister is here, my youngest sister is here in Anchorage, and her family. And, we've got skin in the game.
Bill is adamant he is not your typical politician.
I'm not running for higher office after I'm done with this. I'm not looking for the new, sweet job thanks to my time as mayor. I want people who are the smartest and brightest and experienced in the job that they are going to be taking on in our city. So that when I'm done in 6 years, I want to hand off a well-running municipal government that's back on a path towards optimism about the future and growth and success.
Ballots will be mailed to Anchorage voters March 12th. In addition to the race for mayor, voters will also be deciding on several assembly and school board seats and 9 propositions. The deadline to return your ballot, April 2nd.